I had my first, like I mentioned earlier, I had my first encounter with bear spirit on my first vision quest 20 years ago in Yosemite. High up, we were at altitude, and I was by myself. I was in my spot. It was about a mile and a half away from anybody else. And I'd just fallen asleep in my tiny little tent. And this, I was dreaming, wasn't real, but it didn't feel like it wasn't real at the time. This giant bear head, like, pushed its way into my tent through the zipper and roared in my face, like, "Rah!" You know how bears have these long kind of noses, and when they open their beaks, that's wide. And that's what I saw. I'll never forget it. It's vivid. It's like an imprint in my mind. It was terrifying. It felt like an actual bear had done that. I was quite shaken up by it. And then that day, I also had my first medicine song come through. And that's how the dreaming works, right? The bear didn't give me my medicine song. It gave me a roar. Woke me up from some sleep, literally and figuratively. And my channel was, I guess, disrupted enough. I also had, I still have headaches, but this was the beginning of when they first started, and they were much worse, much more intense. And of course, on Vision Quest, I had this. It was beyond painful headache. And so the medicine song that came through was how to be in relationship, how to transform the emotional pain that I'd somatized for so long. I'm definitely still an Olympian somatizer, but so much kinder about it and better at working with it than I used to be 20 years ago and before. And it's a simple, sweet song, not very, melodic or complex or anything, which most medicine songs aren't, actually. And I still remember it to this day, and how Bear Spirit came in and gifted me that, and also began teaching me how to hold my inner children, which is another gift of Bear Spirit. They are so fierce around their young. If as anybody that's ever met a bear in the woods with a cub knows, they're not so easy to scare off. And began teaching me how to be a good parent to my inner children. Fierce, putting them under my wing rather than shoving them out in front of me and sending them to work. So this is the song. I want to share the song with you. Oh, baby girl, your pain is real. You don't have to make it physical anymore. You can let it go through my heart with giant roars. Bear. Dancing furies, painting storms, and cleansing tears. And that's the end of the song, but I sang it on repeat the whole time because I didn't have any medicine with me. I didn't have any Tylenol or whatever, nothing. And I was basically a prisoner of this somatic expression of deep, deep pain. And it broke through. It broke through. So, and obviously this song is speaking to my little, oh, baby girl, your pain is real. Because we often, those of us that somatize our pain in our bodies is because we are, for good reason, denying the truth that it's real. because sometimes it feels so hard and so strong. So that Mother Bear Spirit coming roaring into my tent was bringing me the message that I needed, to let my anger out. So that was the first line that came through with giant roars. And I was dancing a lot at the time, dancing furies, painting storms and cleansing tears.